Good evening. It's wonderful to be back with you again, isn't it, Ronnie?
Indeed it is. And in a packed programme tonight, I shall be having a word with the man who goes in for meditation because he thinks it's better than sitting around doing nothing.
We'll also be talking to the farmer who crossed a gossip columnist with an apple and got a golden malicious.
But first, the news. Tooting Bec police today held a man in connection with a 13-amp plug and blacked out most of South London.
And at Radstock tonight, two amorous stick insects rubbed themselves together and set light to the local Boy Scouts hut.
Dodsworth Sinclair, the Surrey man accused today of having a photocopy of last year's TV licence instead of the current one, said he thought it would be enough because he only watched repeats.
F.C. Rawls, the red car man who has faithfully handed his wife his wage packet every month for the last 20 years, was divorced today. She found out he was paid every week.
And finally, Ephraim Sludge, who has worked in sewers all his life, was today knighted by the Queen using a 10-foot barge pole.
And now a sketch in which I play the very important part of Casanova.
And I play the rest of it.
Supposed to come and fix you last week, but nobody come. What do you want?
Stick him up. Come on, open the till.
He won't open, he's stuck. I sent for someone last week, but they don't come and mend it.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's automatic, it's automatic. You press a button, nothing happens. Yeah. They don't make tills like they used to us.
Hold this a sec, will you?
Yeah. Terrible the things. How's this work? How do you work
Well,
it?
you slide the top back, don't you? What do you mean, Adam? You slide the top back.
He won't slide back.
Oh, not again. That's the second time this week. You're supposed to repair that. You slide the top back and it goes... No, I can't think of two things at once.
No.
Get this thing over first.
Oh, excuse me, mate. Could I have a
Just a
packet of
minute,
these
he's a working.
Here. What are you doing with that gun?
It's a belong to him.
Well, what's he doing then?
He's a Robert the Till.
Oh, is he? Right, we'll soon see about that.
But okay, I'm going to rob a till. Can't get the thing open. Can't get it open.
He's stuck, you see, officer, he's stuck.
So, yeah. Oh, well, lucky for you then, isn't it? Because I can't get these open.
Hey, make some coffee for the gentleman, make some coffee. How do you like your coffee?
Milk, 2 sugars, please.
Oh, sure, I'll have a black with one.
Black number one, please, one. Yeah.
There's no work.
What do you mean it no work?
No work, there's no lot to come on.
Oh, they're supposed to come and fix it last week. What's the matter with it?
Okay, I fix it.
Yeah, well, here, wait a minute. Here, let me hold him while you fix it.
Hey, I've been looking for that. Hey,
Here, let me have hold of that for a minute, will you, mate?
What do you
Here,
want?
take that.
Hey,
Right.
go away. We close.
Right, now, everybody, stand back.
Oh, the bell. Wait a minute, let me fix the bell. Oh, it's a bell.
No, not there. Here.
They come open, the handcuffs come open.
The urn's going.
Jukebox working.
And the deal is open too. It's bloody empty. Why didn't you tell me it's bloody empty?
Well, you never asked me, did you ask me?
Well.
Hey, turn that row off, turn it off. Hey, here, here's your handcuffs. Here.
Oh, yeah, Tom, mate. There's your rent.
Thank you.
There's your
very much.
bambino.
Thank you.
Good.
Well, the coffee's at work. You want a cup of coffee now?
No, it's a bit late. I've been wasting a bit of time here.
Yeah, I've got to get going now. No.
Yeah.
Hello. Blinging watcher stock. Blimey. God knows what time it is now. Anyway, here, can I give you a lift?
Yeah, right, just at the top.
Well, good night, all.
Say, the bell. What's the matter with the bell? Oh, dear. What do you want? What do you want now, eh?
Now the panda car won't start. Oh, give us a push, will you?
Certainly. Yeah.
Good evening. I've been asked to talk about money or what to do if you can't get enough of it. But if you can't get enough of it, hard cheese, because I'm going to talk about money. Now, what about investments? Well, here is an attractive proposition. I'm sorry. That is, in fact, my secretary, Miss Ingrid Underfelt. She's German on her mother's side, and on her father's side, she's the 11th Airborne Regiment. Since Miss Underfelt has popped up, let's take a look at the broad spread of her holdings. This is her portfolio, and this, of course, is her starboard folio. As you see, her commodities are unbalanced. In fact, I made a suggestion only this morning to her. I said, Ingrid, I think you should get out of rubber and into tin. She very sensibly replied, whatever turns you on, big boy. Insurance. Take a look at this. Now, this is Miss Underfelt's fiancé. And here he is, 2 months later, up there. Fact is, he simply has not got a big endowment. No. Have you? I suggest our new pay now, pay later policy. Let me give you a short breakdown. But let's have a look at the policy itself. I have a specimen here, and you, of course, will need one as well when you go to the... Now, here is the small print, and here's the very small print, and blow me, here is a squashed earwig down the bottom. Now, as far as I can see through this magnifying glass, we pay nothing and ask no questions until the policy matures at the age of 6,229. And then you get the squashed earwig at the bottom. But there are certain disadvantages. This policy excludes acts of God, like concerts by Cliff Richard. And it is invalid unless the deceased comes personally to head office to sign the claim, accompanied by his parents. Now, many of you have asked me to say a couple of words about the interest charged by building societies. But I'm afraid one of those words we're not allowed to use on television, though we can say off. By the way, the government have asked me to assure you that there is a simple device for making your take-home pay go further. Here it is. Look at that. Nice one, that's a gift. Yes. Now, I have a letter here from an Irish woman, Mrs. Doreen Banerjee, who says, who writes upside down, but also says, how are we to start the business of having children on my husband's pay packet? Well, that is a tricky question. So I put Miss Underfelt on it. And we shall be sending you the secret of how to do it by registered post. And that's not as easy as it sounds either. Finally, people are always writing to me and asking me what the government are doing about inflation. And I agree. I know that at the end of the week, Miss Underfelt and I have got very little to play with. Here is the new inflated currency. There it is. I promised to pay the bearer on demand the sum of £1 million. Oh. Well, bang goes school milk in the Isle of Wight. Well, there you have it. As Mr. Micawber said, annual income £3, annual expenditure £2.19 6, result happiness. Annual income £3, annual expenditure £3 billion, result London transport.
Ladies and gentlemen, Barbara Dixon. I see that Mrs. Parkinson got her divorce. Her that's got that husband on the stage.
Oh, yeah?
They gave her divorce because he snored.
You can't get a divorce for snoring, can you?
Well, her husband was a ventriloquist, you see, and he used to snore her side of the bed once.
year is 2012. England now languishes under a new reign of terror, a regime guaranteed to strike fear into the hearts of all men. The country has fallen into the hands of man's primeval enemy, woman. Women now govern, they are the breadwinners. Men are completely subjugated. They are forced to do the housework, to wear frocks. They even have feminine names. And the dreaded secret police see that these new stringent measures are enforced. Our heroes in this tragic tale are two simple, honest, straightforward Englishmen, Janet and Betty. Wanted by the secret police for crimes against the state, they were hiding out in an old cottage. When the area is surrounded, they have to find another method of breaking through the roadblock.
Get out of here.
Good thing I brought this knife.
Yes, I was just looking at that. How many blades has it got?
27. I've had it since I was a brownie.
Broken these tins with?
Yeah. The only thing that's broken is the thing that takes the stones out of horses' hooves. Well, it's not broken, actually. It's bent. Melanie Harper did that at school.
Uh-huh.
Sat on it. Tough chap, Melanie.
Yeah. Thick-skinned. Wonder what he's doing now.
He's an actress. Oh, yeah. Just played the lead in Hairy Queen of Scots at the National.
Oh. Now then, anything else you'd like to eat, old boy?
Well, what is there?
Well, there's some chocolate here. Or there's a Pars bar.
Oh, I have that. Have a Pars bar. Here.
We really must get organised if we're going to contact my brother-in-law.
Don't you think it's a mite dangerous? I mean, we're less than 30 miles from my cottage. The police are bound to be spreading out.
If we're going to go to ground, it's our only hope.
Yes. Are you sure this is the pub he works at?
What, the Green Woman? Yes, absolutely positive, yeah. It's a good pub. Brian and I used to come down and visit him sometimes at weekends. Not that she ever liked him, really.
Oh, he's not her brother, then?
No, he's my sister's husband.
Oh, which sister's that?
My younger sister, Harold.
And what's your brother-in-law's name?
Diana.
Oh. And he's bound to cycle down this road on his way to work?
Yes, it's the only road. You see, the pub's about a quarter of a mile down there. Right, now then, I've got some drawing pins, I've got some tin tacks, and I've got a few large fish hooks for good measure. Come on. We better get sprinkling.
How's that?
Yes, that should do it.
Bit drastic, don't you think? Wouldn't it be better to jump out of the bushes and wave at him?
Oh, no, he wouldn't stop. He was once stopped on his way back from getting some groceries by what he thought was a man. Turned out to be a woman in a dress.
Good. Oh.
It was terrible. Yes, she assaulted him. Came back with his frock all torn. Fortunately, she never laid a finger on his groceries.
Betty, good gracious, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? In a car? What happened to the bike?
I've been fiddling the housekeeping. But what are you doing here?
No time to tell you now. Get in quick, Janet. Look, turn the car around and I'll tell you as you go,
But I'm
all right?
supposed
No,
to be
never mind
giving up
about
on-
that. Just hurry, come on.
Betty and Janet lose no time as they travel to tell Diana the whole story. He, in turn, informs our two heroes that the pub now belongs to him, and like the true blue old-fashioned chauvinist he is, offers them a job. And so, the very next night, in this sleepy little village far from the madding crowd,
Hey, you're a nice little thing. What are you doing in a dump like this, Anne?
Just pin money. My wife's away in the Navy.
Here, come and sit in my lap.
Oh, don't think there's room for both of us.
Do you know my little grey home in the West?
No. How about my little brown flat down the road?
What about after the ball?
Oh, I meant after you finish here.
Oh, shut up. Excuse me.
What's your name, my dear?
Beryl, madam.
Married?
No.
Thought not. I can read men like a book.
Oh, really? What system do you use?
Braille.
Really?
Oh, Janet, can you take an order in the other bar? Man in a green dress.
Oh, it's all go round here, isn't it?
Oh, God, that woman's going to start her patriotic songs again now.
Give me some girls who are big busted girls who will all burn their bras to be free. Shoulders to shoulders with bosoms like boulders, come swing down the highway with me. Throw out your chest, girls, dispense with your best girls. We're marching to make history. Men have always fooled us and they rule us easily. When we rise again, then we will storm to victory.
Morning, Betty.
Pardon?
I say good morning, Betty.
No, my name is Beryl. Beryl Cambridge, ma'am.
No, it's not. It's Betty Chalmers. We were at school together. You were captain of the netball team.
Not so loud.
I used to see you when I was on my way back from cricket in your frilly netball skirt. I used to think you were the most wonderful creature on earth. But I was only 13, and you were 17.
I'm sorry, I can't place you.
No, well, a lot of water has flowed under the bridge since then.
Yeah, quite a few gin and tonics as well. I doubt if I get into that netball skirt now.
Still got that twinkle in your eye, though.
Look,
Jack, you do know there's a big reward offered for your capture, do you? It's in all the papers. Don't worry. I'm not going to give you away.
what then?
I want to keep you for myself.
What?
I want to hide you. I've got a nice little house a couple of miles from here. We could renew old acquaintanceship with no one to disturb us.
But I never knew you.
Well, I knew you in my dreams.
Really?
Well, what do you say?
Well, I don't mind if you don't.
Can't wait. Pour me a gin and tonic, would you?
Yes, of course. How do you like it?
7 parts gin, 1 part tonic.
Slice of lemon.
When I want a lemonade, I'll ask for one.
I say, you're wearing pyjamas.
Won't you join me?
What, in your pyjamas?
Well, maybe we could start off in this.
What's that? Oh, I see, that's pretty nice, isn't it?
Why don't you try it on? Take a shower, hurry back.
Yes, all right. I'll tell you what, I'll take a shower and then try it on and hurry back.
Even better.
I say, it's jolly nice of you to hide me like this. Did you think you'd be able to hide my friend Janet as well, later on?
Later on. Let's have a day or two to ourselves first, shall we? He'll understand. I mean, you did put that in your note, didn't you?
A day or two, yes.
Well, go on. We're wasting time. Hello, State Police. I wish to speak to somebody about one of the missing men, Betty Chalmers.
So Jack is up to no good after all. What will happen to Betty? Will the police send their special squad to get him? As he steps from the shower, will he be grabbed by the heavies? Find out next week in another extraordinary episode of The Worm That Turned.
Good evening.
Why?
Well, no, what I mean when I say good evening, I mean it's a nice party.
No, it's not.
Really? Why? What's wrong with it?
Boring people.
Where?
Well, there's you for a start.
Well, I haven't had time to be boring yet.
You will be.
Look, do you always speak to people like this you don't know?
No.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that.
Only when they're boring.
Look, I think you're the rudest man I've ever met.
No, I'm not rude in the slightest. No. I'm just being honest, you see. People appreciate honesty, especially women. For instance, now, that painting up there, that was painted by our hostess,
Really? Very nice, isn't it?
She very charmingly asked me what I thought of it. I told her I thought it was a load of second-rate, wishy-washy derivative tripe.
Goodness me, you must have hurt her feelings terribly.
No, she was delighted. She gave up painting on the spot. She'd only done it to please her old man over there.
Sir Henry Maitland Bullock. Lion of a man.
Dreary, pathetic old queen. No, I told him. No, he was relieved, actually. He knows he's dreary, and he's always longed to be a queen. Hello, Spotty.
Oh, darling Magnus. Mwah.
Go.
It's not a spot on her face.
Who mentioned her face? There is our charming hostess. What a terrible hairstyle.
Oh, well, thank you for noticing. Anyway, my husband didn't even know I'd had it done.
Oh, no.
Having a good time?
No, I'm talking to this boring little twit here.
Wonderful, isn't he, with his sense of humor? I must say, the refreshments are excellent.
Mine weren't. No, my canapé was revolting.
Oh, I think I must have been off form.
No, your food's always ghastly.
Yes, that's right.
Never mind. Matches the drinks, doesn't it? Hello, Ratface.
Hello, dear boy.
I don't think you're a bit rat-like. Well, not even mouse-like.
Well, the Lord made my face. God moves in a mysterious way.
So does your face.
You know, you're looking absolutely marvellous, Magnus.
More than I can say for you, I think.
You're so right. I'll see you later.
Well, if nothing better turns up, probably yes.
Badger. Certainly works, this honesty, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely, yes. I'm going to be very honest with you now. That is the worst press suit I've ever seen.
I'm wearing this suit in honor of my Uncle Edgar. He was wearing it when he was run over by a steamroller. No one is badly pressed.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. I'm all right. You're quite right. I'm not.
You're a heartless little toad, that's what you are. Oh, hello, Mavis.
I'm going to be honest about her. She's gorgeous. I've been watching her all night.
Yeah, it's ridiculous get-up, though, isn't it? It's like an oven-ready guinea pig.
You're going to tell her that, aren't you?
Yes, probably is.
Yes, I know your game. You insult the birds, and they're all over you. Two can play that game, old matey, I'll tell you that. I think you look like an oven-ready guinea pig. Oh! What do you do that for? I'm only being honest. You ask him what he thinks, he'll tell you.
Well?
Well, I do think you're appallingly dressed, but I think you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life.
So direct.
What is more, I'd like to take you away from here to my grotty little pad for some rather average lovemaking.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Oh, good. Hold that, will you? I'm going to press my suit.
I say, I think you look unutterably gorgeous.
Creep.
Rat face. Here's a very funny joke about a man who has lived all his life in Bradford. It's quite funny so far, isn't it? By the way, talking about Bradford, I get a lot of letters about that. Talking about Bradford, this joke is not about the Indian, who always slept in a bed of nails and divorced his wife because she refused to get down to brass tacks. No, I wouldn't tell that one. It is not. I wish it had been that one, actually. It's a damn sight funnier than the one I'm going to tell you. Anyway, the reason I'm going to tell this is because I have had a special request. Now, normally, I don't do a lot of viewers' requests. Well, let's face it, 90% of them are physically impossible. But this one happens to be from my wife, and I'm hoping it will cheer her up, because just lately she's been a little bit under the weather, and to be honest, I think it's affecting her health in general, and her eyesight in particular. Well, last Wednesday afternoon, she spent half an hour telling our garden gnome his tea was ready. However, I'm sure this story will buck her up, because it's strange. No, it's strange, but in all the years we've been married, this joke is one of the two things that have really made her laugh. And and you're wrong about the other one. Now, things have actually been a wee bit tense on the domestic front recently. It all started last weekend, as a matter of fact. I just popped round to visit our local, but unfortunately she was out, so I went down to the pub. Went to the pub, one of those quaint old rural pubs it is, At one time when you went in there, it used to be really full of country atmosphere. Then the landlord put up a sign saying, "Please wipe your feet." And on this particular evening, they were holding their weekly yard of ale contest. Everyone in the pub drinks 6 pints of ale, then dashes out into the yard. Actually, it's quite interesting. But anyway, when I got home, I found there was my wife in tears because the gas stove had just blown up. It was one of those rather dangerous old Japanese models, with the suicide pilot. And to be fair, she'd been on to me for some time to get her a new one. She used to drop little hints, like just a subtle little reminder, like she'd come back from the Indian takeaway and ram a chicken vindaloo down the front of my trousers, in an effort to curry my favour, I suppose. She claims that I'm just lazy. I suppose I am a bit, really. It's something I inherited from my mother. I'll never forget, when I was a little boy on bath nights, my mother, she couldn't be bothered to rub a towel over my legs. She used to stand me in the spin dryer. For 7 years, I had to screw my trousers on. My brothers and sisters kept coming up to me and saying, "Oh, there's a twist." It was very embarrassing. However, I'm starting to ramble again. Now, I mustn't do this. I mustn't ramble tonight because the producer has asked me to be brief. He wants to get away early, apparently. No, I don't ask too many questions, but I think it's probably another of his council meetings. Our producer serves on his local council. In fact, by all accounts, he did extremely well at the last elections by managing to hold on to his seat in a gay lib stronghold. Now, back to this chap who is still living in Bradford, and understandably, he's getting a bit fed up with it by now. So he decides to go on a cruise to the West Indies. Now, actually, this is the same man, as in the other joke, whose wife kept going to the West Indies, and he's had enough of being left behind all the while, so he's going out to see what it's like for himself. Anyway, so he sets off for Plymouth, and he boards the ship, hands in his little ticket, and is led down some creaking old steps to the ship's hold, where all around, all the passengers are sitting there, chained to great wooden oars, just row upon row of haggard, perspiring bodies, all heaving together, A bit like British Rail Ferry, really. No, actually, it reminds me of a more rickety old troop ship when I was put on during the war, to be honest. Utter disgrace. I remember there was one spot of good news that owing to the shortage of space, all the soldiers had to share sleeping quarters with the Wrens. And the bad news was that they slept in hammocks. You've never seen a boat rock about so much in all your life. This chap is sitting there, all chained up behind his oar, and the order is given, and they all start rowing. And right at the end, there's a man with a huge drum who beats out the relentless rhythm for them to keep time with. He goes, boom, 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 boom. Sounds like Basil Brush at half speed. Boom, boom. Let me know if you start getting seasick. Boom, boom. In these terrible inhuman conditions, they row and row until they finally reach the Caribbean. A man comes round and undoes all the chains, and the chap staggers to his feet, his clothes in shreds, his throat dry, cracked. He picks up his suitcase and he starts to climb out. Then halfway up the steps, he turns back to the bloke who'd been sitting next to him all the while, and he said, "Just a minute, I've just thought. Do you think we ought to tip the drummer?" The other bloke said, "Oh, I don't think so." He said, "I didn't bother last year."
Sleep safe and sound in its bed. The old Tower of London's keeping watch overhead, and it's us keeps an eye on the tower as we stand, with me hat on me head and me aft in me hand. We're here on display twice a day round the towers, viewed by the multitude who queued hours and hours, and we get loud applause and encores when we stand, with me hat on me head and me aft in me hand. The day that the Queen came to Old Tower Hill, she brought 7 corgis and Mark, Charles and Phil. So we paid our respects to the liege of the land, and so did the corgis to the aft in me hand. In our tights and our hoses we attract quite a queue. There's bold maiden ladies and a sailor or two. So there's one golden rule: if you're much in demand, keep your hat on your head and your aft in your hand. Down the tower in the days of Henry Tudor, when the monarchy was ruder than the monarchies today, Henry Tudor screwed a notice on the wall: young ladies all get bargain bed and boarding. Henry VIII said, "Kiss me, Kate," and winked to Catherine Howard, who they called his little blooming English rose. And down the tower more, herbaceous border got deflowered, and he nicked another notch upon the bedpost. Next he calls on Catherine of Aragon, whose cleavage was a paragon, a lusty busty wench, Cupid's size, another bleeding Aragon. But Kate says, "Not tonight, I've got a headache." He pressed her hand at every bacchanalia, and she turned him down despite his crown. His sceptre seemed a failure, but she showed a bit more interest when she viewed the royal regalia. So he nicked another notch upon the bedpost. On the road behind the green, there's a rather quaint canteen, and it's run by Yeoman Sydney, who's a wee bit in between. There's a parrot, grey and lean, with a wit that's quite obscene, and when it appears it gives 3 cheers and sings "God Save the Queen." There's lots of dungeons down the tower, complete with thumbscrews, whips and racks. We rent them all out by the hour to men who check your income tax. And if they think you're on the fiddle, they lock you up without a light. It's like an up-to-date edition of the Spanish Inquisition when your ball and chains get tight. And if you don't confess, it's tougher, 'cause you're really made to suffer watching Crossroads every night. Crossroads, watching Crossroads every night. We've always got hordes of tourists mucking about, showing them round the tower and chucking them out. Point the way to every famous spot, The traitors gate the dungeons and you know what. Summer and winter time we're hanging about in sunshine, sleet and shower.
And the breezes up the Thames whip around you those and thems.
It's a dog's life down the bloody tower. American monks with chumps and horrible hats and Arabic shits for weeks they're driving us bats.
When they flash their flashes, we've a regal stare, 'cause we've got our royal appointment on our underwear.
Horrible hats with bags keep feeding the birds. It makes us yeomen sour. 'Cause the ravens, when they're fed, leave a thank you on your head. It's a dog's life down the bloody tower. We're cool, we're keen, we're the soldiers of the Queen, we're the yeomen of the guard. Yes, we're all true blue,
we're labelled ER2,
we're the yeomen of the guard.
marching around, shoulder in arm,
Really with great big pipes in on.
but if you're back, you think
You'll get it in the end, in the yeomen of the guard. In the yeomen of the
That seems to be all we have time for tonight. But before we go, a few late items of news. At the Hospital for Tropical Diseases today, laboratory staff came out on strike, doctors came out in sympathy, and passers-by came out in spots.
And at a special meeting of the Executive Committee of the Extremely Shy and Painfully Self-Conscious Society tonight, the members gave themselves a vote of no confidence.
Finally, Meriwether Tilsdon, who's 100 years old next week, said today that he plans to celebrate the occasion by making love. The Queen is sending him a telegram, and the Duke of Edinburgh is sending him a diagram.
I will be interviewing the Sussex lady who switched on her old hedge cutter this afternoon and had a lot of trouble calming him down again.
Until then, it's good night from me.
And it's good night from him. Good night.
Night.